Hello everyone and welcome to our next webinar about business English. My name is Sam and I'm an English teacher at Bridge Language School. Today I'm going to teach you about how to write a business letter. Before we get into details, there are some questions we need to ask in order to write a perfect business letter. The first question is, what is a business letter? So basically, a business letter is a letter from a company to another or between a company and its clients, customers or other external parties. When writing a business letter, your goal is to communicate clearly while creating a positive impression of yourself and the company. The second question is, what style do we need to use to write a business letter? So the overall style of a business letter depends on the relationship between the parties concerned. The third question is, what content should we use in a business letter? So technically, a business letter can have many types of content, which they all depend on the nature of the letter. Now that we have answered those questions, we need to step into one of the most important part of written communication, the pre-writing stage. So in order to write a flawless business letter, we need to follow 6 very important stages. Number 1, your purpose. So you have to ask yourself this question: why are you sending this letter? Or what outcome do you expect from this letter? Number 2, your audience. So basically, you need to know who are your readers and why do they need to read this letter. Number 3, the context. So basically, a context is an event, circumstance, or a background of the problem that you're solving. So make sure you consider this at your pre-writing stage. Number 4, drafting. You need to organize your letter clearly into sentences and paragraphs, offering all the details your readers need in a logical order. Number 5, revising. So basically, at this stage, you need to review your draft's idea, content, organization, and your tone. Also, if it's very necessary, you need to make changes. The last stage is refining. So this is the stage where you check your word choice, your sentence's smoothness, the effective transitions, grammar, punctuation, and overall design of your letter. Once we are done with the pre-writing stage, we need to structure them correctly. So a default structure of a business letter has 3 main segments. Number 1, opening. This is the segment where you state the reason for your writing and also a background information. Number 2, the body. So at this segment, you need to provide full explanation, supporting points and detail. Number 3, the closing. So this is the stage where you end with a call for action or may mention future contact. Now that we are familiar with the pre-writing stage and also the structure, we must learn about the format of the letter. Unfortunately, so many amateur employees approach this stage wrongly. So basically, the format of your letter shows the level of your professionalism and also the value of your organization. So it is recommended to follow this format in order to make an amazing impression. Number 1, the letterhead. It contains information about your company, name, address, telephone and email address, which is usually pre-printed. Number 2, date. So this part you can use either English style, which is on the right side of the paper, or American style, which is on the left side of the paper. Number 3, the recipient's address. So basically it is written below the letterhead on the left side of the paper. Number 4, the attention line. So this segment we indicate the person or the department that this letter has been addressed to. The next part is the opening salutation. So basically an opening salutation should be like, "Dear Sir or Madam," or "Dear Mr. Smith," or "Dear Miss Smith." But if you watch our webinar about business email, I have fully explained about how to write the best opening salutations. So the next part is the body of our letter, which contains the content of our letter organized into paragraphs. So the next stage is the closing salutation, which provides a word or phrases to end the message politely, such as "truly yours" or "yours truly, yours faithfully, best regards." Again, if you watch our first webinar about business email, I have fully explained about how to write the best closing salutations. The next step is the signature block. So basically we need to write the name of the person who signs this letter and makes this letter official. Remember, we need to put the job title below the typed name. The last stage of the business letter is the enclosure note, which indicates the number or type of the documents that are accompanying the letter. Don't worry if you get confused over these steps, we have uploaded so many samples for your own further understanding. Alright everyone, now that we're done with the pre-writing stage, the structure and also the format of the letter, It is recommended to follow some useful tips in order to make the best and professional letter ever. Number 1. Do not use pronouns such as I or me. Instead, try to use pronouns such as you or we. Remember, you are writing on behalf of your company, not yourself personally. Number 2. Make sure your sentences are in passive form. So, instead of writing, our company doesn't accept foreign currency, you can write something like, foreign currencies are not accepted in our company. Number 3. Do not use contractions in a formal letter, either it's an email or a business letter. So instead of writing, I've done this, I don't do that, write, I have done this, I do that, or I do not do that. Number 4. Try to limit your letter into one page. Do not overuse words or sentences, and also avoid writing unnecessary information. Number 5. Make sure your letter is reader friendly. Number 6. Make sure your tone is formal. Number 7. Keep the technical details for the attachment part, which we have mentioned it in the enclosure notes. Number 8. Remember to eliminate redundant words and phrases. Alright everyone, now that we have all the information about how to write a business letter, it is time for you to start practicing. You can send letters to your friend or even to us. And also, if you have any questions about this webinar, please do not hesitate to write to us and we'll be happy to help you. I'll see you all at the next webinar. Thank you for watching and good luck.